Hi everyone, so this is a quick review of the Nexillumi RGB LED strip lights. These come in two different lengths, a 65.6 foot version for about $15 on Amazon and a 132 foot version for about $26 on Amazon. The LEDs in them are 50/50 RGB lights, and it comes with a 44 key remote. We'll go over that remote a little bit. I don't understand all the different options, but there is a wide variety of them. This also has Bluetooth in it. Each one of these strips come with a little receiver that has Bluetooth in it, where you can install an app on your Android or iOS phone called the Illumini Home app. I have not used that yet, but towards the end of this video, I already installed that app on my phone. We'll try linking these lights up to the Bluetooth app and kind of check out some of the basic options in there. That'll be my first time looking at it, so I don't know what to expect. We'll see how easy that is. So first of all, I have these in my family room / game room. And what I decided to do, I thought it'd be kind of neat. I have these wood pillars up here in my new house in this family room. And I thought it'd be kind of neat to stick the strips up in between these pillars here. Kind of light up the family room / game room. The back of these strips have a very strong adhesive on them. Keep that in mind when you're installing these on a ceiling or a wall, because when you decide that, hey, I don't want these anymore, or you're moving and you need to pull them down, they are most definitely going to rip off some of the paint and damage the wall or ceiling. So definitely something to keep in mind here. All right, and then these are the little receivers. As you can see, I have the 65.6 foot cable, as mentioned before. That right there, I believe, is a little infrared receiver. I believe it also has the Bluetooth in it, or the Bluetooth is in the actual module here. Each one of these 65.6 strips comes with two individual strips, and there's two connections on these. So what I did was, again, I thought this was perfect for what I'm trying to do here between these pillars up in the ceiling. Put one strip over this way and just ran it all the way around, and then put the other strip around here. Before I bought these, I actually measured the in-between of these to make sure that buying the 65.6 foot versions of these were going to fit just perfectly up here, and they really did. All I had to do was just trim off a little bit at the end. I think I had about 6 inches. Let's see if you can see where. See how that comes down a little bit where I cut it right there? These have little cut spots where it says you're supposed to be able to cut it. I didn't want to try cutting anywhere basically right up there to make it where it didn't have to come down the wall. I didn't want to try cutting anywhere where there wasn't an actual cut strip marked on it. I didn't think that was a good idea. Could have potentially ruined the lights. So anyways, let's kind of just cut to the chase here. So I have these hooked up to an Alexa plug. So Alexa, turn on family room LEDs.
Okay.
As you can see, I have both of the 65.6 foot sets hooked up to Alexa. And these are on different colors right now. This comes with an infrared remote. I guess it's a 44 key remote. I have only really messed with the solid colors. And making them brighter or less brighter. Or I would say dimming them. Works fairly well. I typically keep them on the brightest. These are not the brightest lights in the world. I think any LED strips like this are not gonna, make everything overly bright, but as you can see in here, for a family room, in fact, let's turn this off so you can get a better look. There we go. You can see how it just makes everything, the walls and everything, the color of whatever you have these set on. One of my favorite colors is the blues. There are a couple different versions in here. It's actually purple. So one thing I thought that was cool about this, was a little bit unexpected for my situation here, is between the pillars, got kind of a shadow here. Thought that was kind of cool. So anyways, we're not going to go over every option on this remote, but I am going to go over my favorite options, which are the sound activated ones. Let me turn on the arcade real quick so that we can get some sound going on here. Alexa, turn on arcade.
Okay.
This is option one of the sound activation ones. The lights kind of slowly change colors in and out, and then when sound activates it, it quickly changes the colors. Option two. It's kind of the same thing, a little bit. Option three. I believe this option, the sound is activating it so much. From what I recall, this option 3 keeps it on a solid color until sound activates it, and then it quickly switches to another one. Or I'm wrong, it looks like it just switches through them. Anyways, you kind of get the general gist here. We got a few different sound options. These are my favorite, especially when I'm running the arcade here. I believe the fourth option is kind of what I call the seizure option. That's too intense for me. So typically I leave these on one of the more casual sound activated options. This first option's not too bad. So anyways, I've had these for about 3 months. I've had no issues with them. Again, they're hooked up to my Alexa up in my family room here. So I think that's good enough look at these strips here. Again, on the adhesive, very strong, will pull off your paint. I haven't had any parts of this come off on me. Everything's been just staying up on the ceiling there. So before I end this video, sorry, Street Fighter's a little loud here. Before I end this video, I installed the Illumini Home app that hooks up to these through Bluetooth. I have not messed around with that yet, so we're just going to go see how difficult that is to get set up and some of the basic options in there. Now we're on my phone. You can see here I have the Illumini Home app installed, the last little app I have installed on this page here. First thing you want to do is make sure you have your Bluetooth turned on your phone. All right, so when you first start this up, you're going to go to a sign in register page. Looks like some order processing. You can provide feedback, contact the company, some instructions, member benefits, etc., etc. I didn't even create an account. I don't think we need one to link these options or to link these to the app here. So let's find out if that's actually true. So down on the bottom, we're going to click on device. It looks like there is single control and group control. After I get these set up, we'll see if it is possible or how easy it is, if I can even figure it out, to get both of my sets of lights set up underneath the group control. But let's go under single control, click add device. So I was trying to figure this out before I loaded up the app. I'm not sure which one of these, or if any of these options are the exact lights that I have here. So we're going to click this little Bluetooth option down on the lower right, and let's see if this works for us. Okay, so it looks like it picked up both of my sets real quick, so let's click on the first one. Looks like it's connected there. Let's click on the second one. Connected there. So if we press the back button in the upper left side. Okay. So you guys can't see the strips right now. I guess I'll just kind of give a little bit of a narration. Let's click this little power button thing on each one of these. Okay, so that obviously turns them on and off. Let's slide this here. Not sure what that meant. Okay, so hold on. So sliding this obviously dims them. If we click just right on the device name, it brings us in here where it looks like we can change different colors. So right now we're on white. And if I slide this, it's kind of changing a little bit more towards orange over here. And then going over here, it gets more of a brighter white. Let's try clicking on the color down here on the bottom right-hand corner. So this looks like where we can change different colors. Oh, I gotta click I know. Okay. Okay, so this little slide wheel, sliding it around is changing the colors. The responsiveness is pretty much immediate, it looks like. I'm guessing if I hit each one of these, it goes straight to those solid colors around the wheel here. We have a brightness here. So it's a little weird because you'd almost think this makes it brighter this way just because the slide bar is a little bit thicker. But that actually dims it this way and this makes it brighter. Saturation. So this makes the color kind of a deeper color. And then sliding it this way makes it a little bit, I guess you would call it less deeper of a color. Okay, so those are the basic color options it looks like. Down here we have, looks like the different music modes. So it looks like maybe the sound activation when you're using the app might just work through the microphone on your phone. Oh, look at that. See how it says Chimera down there? That's actually music on my phone. I'm not going to try playing that. Basically, I don't feel like getting my video taken down for copyright. But it looks like you can play the music on your phone, and it'll, I'm guessing the LED strips are going to go based on the music playing on your phone without using the sound activation off of the actual little receivers on them. Again, I'm not actually going to test that out. That's just my best guess on this. But it looks like you do have basically a little music player down here. It looks like you can shuffle your music, flip through your music. This looks like it's... And there we go. Look at that. You can look at all your different songs on your phone. So you can tell I got a whole bunch of metal music on here. If you are into metal and you like anything like Slipknot, just a little advertisement here, check out Darknet. I don't believe they're on a label or anything, but they're very Slipknotty. We got some Deftones on here, some good classics. Anyways, not about the music that I'm into here. But anyways, it looks like, yeah, you got different options here. And you can play music from your phone. That's kind of cool. We got the voice option here. Hello? So again, it looks like since it took the, allowed the, in the app, the permissions to use my microphone, it looks like it's using the microphone from my actual phone with all these options here for changing the light colors. Because right now, as I'm talking right into my phone's microphone, it is changing colors as I talk. So I'm not too sure why there is rock, pop, vocal, classic options on the voice part. I'm not too sure. You got another brightness slider here. This looks like the sensitivity for the mic on your phone. Scene. Okay, so looks like these are not going to be sound activated. It looks like I could just say, hey, flash different colors. And that's exactly what it's doing. It is not sound activated. The LED strips are just turning off, and then they're flashing through the different colors, just kind of cycling through. Fade is just fading to the different colors. It's not turning off the strips all the way. It's just kind of fading real lightly and then changing to a different color. It looks like we have some other fade options here. Auto, So auto is basically changing through the colors, but not fading in between them. It's just cycling through the colors. Let's see what this more, well, before we go to the more, it looks like you can change the speed of how these fades and different options are going to work. When I put it all the way up, basically it's back into that seizure mode without sound activation. Not a fan of that. Let's take a look at what we have for more. I guess I'm not going to go through all these. Breathe is probably kind of a cool one. Let's. What does thunder do? So thunder looks like it's doing kind of an offbeat flashing where the LEDs just turn off, and then they're kind of flashing almost a little bit randomly, kind of like thunder would do. Breathe. Breathe is just very slowly fading them in and out. So they're very similar to the fade stuff. Again, we're not going to look all the way through those. Underneath do it yourself, let's try adding a do it yourself. I guess I'm just going to let you look at this screen here. It looks like for the most part you can name your own do it yourself option here. You can pick your own light colors. You can change the brightness of this custom option. You can enable the microphone voice control for this, which would be like the sound activation. You can set the animation, I guess the fade in or some of those other options we just went through, and the speed of it. So it's kind of neat. You can make your own little do-it-yourself options here. Okay. Let's get out of this. So that's some of the basic options there. Let's see real quick. This video is ending up a lot longer than I expected, but let's go to group control. Let's see if we can add a group. So this will be my family room LEDs group, since I have two of these 65.6 foot strips here. So we're going to try to build these two together. So we're going to click plus. Looks like we just check each one of my strips, click sure, and then click build. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So instead of setting up the options here underneath single control for each one of these strips, especially since I have them both in the same room kind of linked together, looks like I can just use the group control and set the options for both of the strips. Yeah, there we go. That's exactly what I need. I need the group here since I have multiple sets of strips. So it looks like it's all the same options, but I can just set them up for the group of strips now. So anyways, that's some of the basic options it looks like for the app. As you can see, I've never used this app. It was pretty easy to use, very simple to connect to the Bluetooth. And everything seems pretty explanatory, but there is some options here it looks like you can explore and just kind of figure out what they do. But this seems like a pretty cool app. I like it. So anyways, purchase link for these lights on Amazon. The two different length strips are going to be down in the description below. Anybody that's interested in these, if you use my affiliate link, that helps me out. That keeps me wanting to create these kinds of videos. I'm a little bit new to creating these videos. I typically was a drone person before, had a lot of drone related ones, videos on my YouTube. I also love storms, so every now and then you'll see a good little storm video on there with some cuts. Love lightning storms, breaking those down, kind of slowing the lightning bolts down. But anyways, that's not what this video is about. This is about these LED lights here. These are great lights. Like I said, I've been using them for 3 months. No issues. I highly recommend them.